It was a beautiful summer day when I met him. The sun was shining, the birds were chirping, and I felt like I was on top of the world. I was a young college student, full of hope and excitement for what the future held. When I saw him walking towards me, I knew he was the one. He was charming, handsome, and funny, and I felt like I had known him for years. We started dating and everything seemed perfect. He was kind, attentive, and always there for me when I needed him. We laughed, we loved, and we dreamed of building a life together. I couldn't imagine spending a single day without him. But as time went on, things started to change. We fought more often, and it seemed like we were drifting apart. I tried to hold on to what we had, but it was no use. One day, he told me he didn't love me anymore and he wanted to end things. I was devastated. I couldn't believe it was over. How could someone I loved so deeply just walk away from me? I felt lost, alone, and heartbroken. I didn't know how to move on. The first few days after the breakup were the hardest. I couldn't eat, sleep, or think about anything else. All I could do was cry and try to make sense of what had happened. But as the days turned into weeks, I realized that I couldn't keep living like this. I had to find a way to pick myself up and move on. The first thing I did was try to get back into a routine. I went to work, hung out with friends, and tried to fill my days with activities that kept my mind off of him. It wasn't easy, but it helped me feel a little more normal. I also started talking to a therapist. It was hard to open up about my feelings, but I knew it was necessary. My therapist helped me understand that breakups are a normal part of life and that it was okay to feel sad, angry, and confused. She also gave me strategies for coping with my emotions and moving forward. As I worked through my feelings and started to heal, I began to see things in a different light. I realized that the breakup wasn't the end of the world. It was just a bump in the road. And while it was painful, it was also an opportunity for me to grow and learn. I started to focus on myself and what I needed. I took up a new hobby, traveled to new places, and met new people. I discovered that I was strong and capable, and that I didn't need anyone else to make me happy. I also learned to forgive him. It wasn't easy, and I had to work through a lot of hurt and anger. But I realized that holding on to those negative emotions wasn't doing me any good. I needed to let go and move on. As the months passed, I started to feel better and better. I was no longer consumed by the pain of the breakup. I was able to laugh and enjoy life again. I even started dating, although I was careful to take things slow and not rush into anything. Eventually, I met someone who was kind, compassionate, and made me feel loved and appreciated. I knew he was the one I wanted to spend the rest of my life with. And while I will always have fond memories of my first love, I am grateful for the journey that brought me to where I am today. Moving on after a breakup is never easy. It takes time, patience, and a lot of hard work. But it is possible.